Welcome back, Super Metroid fans, to our Super Metroid multi-category tournament consolation bracket semi-final between PapaSchmo and Polar Bear Bunny. Um, my name is Exact Science. Um, I'll be bringing you this race along with my co-commentator WX Fan. Will be joining us shortly. Game one was GT Classic, went to PBB, was very, very close. Papa Schmo had a little bit of a lead up until Lava Dive, but unfortunately did not take the pre-Lava Dive save, just went for it, and ended up spin breaking twice and having issues with Lava Dive a few times, which unfortunately, without that save, he had to start again from series. He did get as far as killing Ridley, basically, after restarting, but I'd lost so much time that there was no way for him to catch back up. But clean slate now. We're playing any percent. I expect both of these runners will be running any percent good, aka Kraid first. We will see, but in a race situation, I think that's their prefer. Both of them prefer that race. And so that means if it does go to game 3, we will have our random choice between 100% any percent DPRK and a reverse boss order. So it's almost worth rooting for Pops here just to get one of those categories, because I think any of those would be fun to watch these two race. All right, and so nice 43 series is out of both of our runners. Heading down to the surface of you're gonna see some slight divergence here at the very beginning. I don't know if it's something that's weird about the ROM that she's using, or like her emulator, but here in the climb, we're gonna see a really weird glitch on PBB's screen where she falls very, very slowly down the climb. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this here, but moving past that, heading down towards the morphing ball here. And welcome back to my fellow commentator, WX Fan.
Thank you. Normally we get a 10-minute break in between these things.
Oh, I thought that you were good to go, and I sent the runners off, so my apologies there.
Oh,
But
you're fine. Once again, Jestro's fault.
leave Jester alone. He's done nothing
No,
wrong.
Has he, though? Has he? No, I'm kidding. Jestro's fine. Like I was saying to Exact beforehand, Jestro and I have done so many comms and tracking together. One of my favorite people to do tracking with. Jestro's outstanding. Make sure you show Jestro some love in the Twitch chat. He's hanging out. And we got some good old-fashioned any percent. What routes do you think they're gonna take?
I think both of them are taking KPDR.
KPDR?
I know PBB will, and I imagine Pops will, just because of consistency and safety in a race.
So you think KPDR or KPRD?
KPDR. KPRD would be a weird route to do.
Interesting.
Oh, you mean Fantune first?
No, KPRD, or I mean, PRKD is the
Yes.
optimal route.
Yes. No, they're both going to run KPDR. They're running Crate
Okay.
first.
The slowest 20% route.
It's slower, but it's only because there's like more door transitions.
Slowest route.
Faster in game time.
You know, it's the way the developers intended the game to be played, but still.
All right. Very nice. BT out of Pops. All right. So Pops coming out, getting the Alcatraz escape. PvB leaving BT here. And we have the good old door bonk Terminator out of Pops. Is gonna have to wait for a drop here. Or is gonna jump the waiver. That is not a strat that I have. I guess PvB just does a normalization by bonking that. Okay. Whatever's consistent. Yeah, this is something beautiful about KPDR. You can just run straight through these pirates. It is slightly faster if you shoot them as you jump down, because it makes them lean forward and move their hitbox closer to Samus, so they hit her sooner, and you land and can start running again sooner. So, pro tip: if you see people shooting the pirates, it's for a reason. All right, and so yeah, not a ton of time separating our runners here. It's looking like maybe 11 seconds or so, maybe 12-ish. And yeah, a lot of that is still the climb moonfall. Ooh, nice missile drop. Like I was saying last game, having that extra missile here is huge, because that, like, basically getting a missile drop there means that you do not have to worry about ammo at all in Kraid's area, because you will enter with that minimum 6-1, even doing fast entry. Like, assuming you don't get screwed by a cac drop or something. And yes, you want to get these missiles here. These are one of the optimal packs of missiles. Yep, classic mock ball strat. No bug boost, but that's fine. Yeah, it's funny, the Spore Spawn skip has been known since, like, not very long after the game came out, but not via a mock ball, interestingly enough. There's an issue of Club Nintendo, I believe, like the Mexican version of Club Nintendo, where someone does a challenge to enter spore spawn with 100% of items. And to get early supers, they do the run and crouch under the gates tech. So that's actually been known for a very, 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 very long time, which we rediscovered kind of recently, maybe a year or more ago. Time makes no sense these days. And so pops here, we're gonna see no lag reduction. Yeah, once again, not maybe getting that second missile eaten by lag. Ooh, that's nice. 10-3 is excellent. Leaving here. Oh, PvP. Nicely done. Let's go. Alright, so we have like a... So yeah, it looks like we've got about 20, 22, 23 seconds separating our runners here. So Pops has been kind of gaining little bits of time here and there, widening his lead. But this next segment is a very, very difficult segment. This is arguably the most like technical movement, like technically difficult segment movement wise in the entire run. Is this Upper Norfair first visit? It's up there with Meridia for sure, but it's a very, very difficult segment. It's one of those segments where there aren't a ton of like huge time losses. It's just in every single room you can lose 20 frames, 30 frames, a second and a half, 2 seconds very, very easily. And it's just like a death by 1,000 cuts sort of thing, where like a second here, a second there, like all of a sudden is like you're 12 seconds behind at speed for no reason, you know? This segment is so difficult. Back half of it too. Alright, so both of our runners are high jump missiles enjoyers, it would appear. Oh, nice. Pops to it. Pops, why? Why are you hurting me like this? That door is just one of my personal best noir, so all right. So yeah, still a very, very close race here. Just a couple of rooms separating our runners. All right, Pop's making it up Bubble Mountain. These are very, very good resources. Yeah, he'll still farm on the way out, but that's very, very good. If he gets one super on the farm coming out, it's like he is in very, very good shape. PvP's resources also looking pretty alright for starters. Oh, she's not going to take the farm on the way in. Where did Pops get an extra super? Oh, he missiled score. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Pops not a resource worry in the world. I feel like PvP has closed the gap slightly here, maybe? Not quite a high five here, but almost.
Things looking really good for both runners. Schmo building on his lead. Yo, Static Shock, thank you for the raid. Hope the runs went well.
You're welcome, Static. And welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
Pops landing on the save station there, accidentally.
Now it's time to go up to the wrecked ship. Got speed, got wave. Time to go face Phantom.
Alright, so I think that like we're gonna get an alpha spark here. So I wonder if we're gonna see 2010, whether either runner is going to get Moat Missile. I can't remember if they're 2010 or something. I believe they both do hero shot here. I know for a fact that
They do what shot?
hero shot. The shot where you fire it up. It's a shot where you fire it upwards and then jump to follow it. What you do at the top of the tower. Named after I forget hero of something. I am. Oh, okay. PvP is just going to jump up and shoot it. Also fine. Laser door.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Pops skipping those super drops.
Oh, that's rude if you skip them.
All right, so
It's time.
fade to black at 1751, 1752. So yeah, it's about 30 seconds separating our runners here, which is absolutely not insurmountable in any percent. Looking back at chat, you can get under the early super skates arm pumping if you're tapped. Humans cannot arm pump fast enough. We have to use like either the crouch under or the down grab, or there's a couple of methods for us. But arm pumping is not one of them unless you're Drewski with mechanical switches. And even then, questionable. All right. Well, have you considered making it better by pronouncing it protagonist? So we've got our tunes here. Oh, that
Nice Fantoon from Schmo.
is an interesting variation. I don't know that I've ever actually seen that variation of Phantom X. Booyah,
And
nice
PBB's done.
2-round.
PBB's making up some time.
Yeah, very, very nice 2-round out of PBB. Pop's 3-rounded, right?
Didn't catch all of it, but yeah, if PBB's made up that kind of time, then yeah, it had to be a 3-round from Schmo.
Okay. So yeah, well, I think that the next place it makes sense to really directly compare them is Gravity, because this segment has a lot that can go wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nice little wall lock there.
I wonder what the time difference is. If you, when you get Gravity Suit, instead of going left back to Moat down Red Tower, to go right through the Forgotten Highway into East Meridia that way.
A lot.
See, to me, I'm playing it out in my head. I'm like, that way seems faster.
Yeah, it's like you have to loop around through like Plasma Spark down the toilet,
Yeah.
and then through like the Sand Hall, and then through the Crab Speedway.
Right.
And like the Forgotten Highway rooms themselves are very long and slow as well.
It's
And
true.
you have to go back through Wreck Ship to do it also, and go through like Spiky Room of Death, whereas this you just like go basically straight out the front from Gravity.
There was a 4 or 5 second difference between these racers right now. 5 to 6 after that from PBB. But the races are going bowling. Like you said, it's going to come down to this Meridia piece as well. Lower Norfair is no joke either. I say it's the longest any percent route because you get to Ridley last, and it is the furthest away from G4 of any of the bosses and any
Yep.
of the areas.
Yep. Going to, but Lower Norfair with Plasma and Space Jump is much more comfortable than Lower Norfair without those things. As
Yeah.
someone who runs both any percent routes, let me tell you, there's a difference.
Folks, this is a good opportunity to let you know to
Ooh.
follow our runners, !R on the Twitch chat to give the racers a follow. If you want to follow the commentary team, that's !C. And to keep up with the tournament, that's !SMMC. PapaSchmo farms up just a little bit the healthier.
Yeah, you want to be healthy. PvB's health is a little... Oh, that's a nice drop. All right, I'm less concerned now. All right, yeah, it's real. The gap is really, really close thanks to that really nice 2-round Fantoon X from PvB. The 24-48 tube break. Yeah, so PvB's within 10 seconds now. About 8 or 9, it looks like. All right, this is going to be a potentially very consequential platoon fight. All right, I think Pops just needs one more here. Yes. All right. All right, PvP gonna lose a little bit of time here, but not a huge amount. It's still like Pops didn't have the cleanest Botchman fight either, but it's still about 10 seconds. Like, so Dragon RNG is also potentially consequential here. All right, Pops does get that halfie. Oh, PvP is gonna bonk here, so we will not be able to get the halfie. She'll have to do Sparkless Coliseum, but done correctly, this Sparkless Coliseum is not all that much slower than a halfie. It's about 2 seconds, I think. It's within 2 seconds for sure. It might even be less. All right, Pop's entering Dragon here. PvP also going to have a little bit more health to work with here in Dragon, which, if the fight drags on, can be consequential because the health you have leaving Dragon here is like the health that you carry to Lower Norfair, aside from like whatever farms you're able to do on the way. And you do need other resources from those farms. You need power bombs. Ooh, alright, looks like Pop's opener was not the cleanest. Should be able to clean this up with ammo here, I expect. There we go. Alright. Ooh, PvP missing with those X particles, unfortunately. Ooh, getting grabbed. That's obnoxious. Shakes loose. Yeah, the short charges in Dragon's Room are like surprisingly tricky, I think.
A lot of short charges in the game feel like they're tricky.
Yeah, these in particular, though, there's something weird about the visual cues. I think part of it, for me at least, is because I'm used to having to do the first short charge of the fight with lag, and then it becomes different. Especially, I do the first one without a stutter, and then the rest of them are like I do stutter twos. I think there's just like a little bit of weirdness because of like that difference for me. Yeah, PvP getting like really trolled by Dragon here. Alright, this should be, yeah, there we go. No blue suit because she sparked with dash speed. I think it was probably intentional to avoid the possibility of chain damage. She has lost a pretty significant chunk of time, obviously, from that Dragon fight. I would say this is kind of Pops' race to lose, but like there's definitely room for PvP to at least catch up significantly. This lower Norfair is a pretty technically difficult segment as well. Alright, yeah, PvP I don't think goes for Plasma Spark because he's not an idiot like I am.
Oh, stop it. No, you're not.
I going for Plasma Spark at a 47 is pretty stupid. I mean, I'm no Carl. Shout out to Carl. We love Carl. Carl Rod. Our resident. I forget when he got a PV with Plasma Spark in it, but it was a time where he should have not wasted his time learning Plasma Spark.
Speaking of shoutouts to every single one of you out there taking your time and watching this live. What's up, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in and watching as well. PapaSchmo is now headed over to get Ice Beam and then down into Lava Dive, PapaSchmo's nemesis. I mean, no, I'm kidding. Easy Lava Dive now. Got gravity.
More importantly, you have space jump.
That too. Though PapaSchmo should totally do the wall jumps for the lulz.
Right, so PapaSchmo is a northern router, okay.
Do it, Schmo. Do it for the lulz. You know you want to. Oh. Fine.
Alright, so we've got 3329 fade to black on the elevator. Pop. So this is a lead of like a minute and a half, maybe? All right, PvB meanwhile is going to be a gamer and go southern route where you get to do the cool space jump strats. Oops, a little trolled here in worst room. Is that powerbomb high enough?
Nope.
Oh, it was not. All right, he still has enough because we did spark pillars. He still has enough not to have to get power bombs of shame, but that was definitely like a little extra room for PvP to catch up. Yeah, it's a little over a minute and a half. All right, so it's like a minute 41 as of the elevator. But depending on how cleanly PvB can do Lower North Pier here, especially Worst Room, there's potential for her to make up a good chunk of that. Lag reduction, killing this pirate significantly reduces lag, so it's worth it to do if you have lag. Okay, so PvB is gonna fortunately lose some time to this because this is gonna require her to bomb spread. And, all right, and yeah, see PvB here going for this left side is a little slower optimally, but I find it much more consistent. And yeah, that's going to be like a nice little chunk of time saved on pops. Like there's still obviously a significant lead here, but like stuff like that, if she can, like she can potentially bring it back close enough that baby skip would matter, depending on how like the escape goes for both of them. This is a bit annoying, but not as big a deal not to kill these guys if you're only laying one power bomb. It's still better to kill them because it's like up to like a second of lag or so, like 90 frames versus 30. All right. And so I imagine that Pops is just going to go on this. Yeah. So we got the drops. All right. Yeah. 245. Pops is in great shape here.
Little high five in back room. Oh, through the doors. Somewhat open.
All right. Meanwhile, PvB, it's getting to Ridley here. And this is 20 shots. This fight is like if you're careful, it's easy to survive this fight, or not easy, as easy as anything in this game is. But going fast is what makes this fight difficult. Like really difficult. Very nicely done. Yeah, so Pops is gonna have to take it kind of slow here. This is not a lot of energy. I expect we will see him. I don't know which strat he mains here, but regardless of what he mains, I expect that we will see this strat. We do a slow, safe strat here, and we are out of lower warfare for pops. Alright, no wasteland speedball, unfortunately. Alright, so now Pops is going to be heading over to going to be heading up Meridia here because this is the fastest way to G4 when you've got Gravity Suit, and especially when you've got Space Jump. Pops not electing to take the farm here. I guess that makes sense. 132 is like reasonable. He will, depending on what other drops he gets on the way, he may have to be a little cautious in Metroids 1 with the grouping, because if you miss the bomb, then bad things happen.
I mean, he has
Because
the time if he wants to refill at the ship.
I guess that's true, but refill is just sucks.
It's slow, it's annoying, he's not gonna do it. Yeah, so you have to be able to have some really good, like you said, Metroid Rooms 1 and 2. 2, the run racers make it look easy. It's not. In Metroid Room 4, we know can be a pain in the butt. 3 is relatively straightforward. Ugh. Only one health drop.
I think no, 3 is one of the really technical ones. Like 3 is probably the most technical. Maybe like arguably 1 with like the optimal like blastums. Like anyway, I started blasting strat. But I think in KPDR, I think Metroid's 3 is the most difficult Metroid room. PBB taking the farm here, gonna be in a much comfier energy situation here. Yeah, I think PBB has made up a very small amount of time, possibly. But this is still a very significant lead. All right, 4308, fade to black. Taking this slow and steady. Not really getting great super drops here. Yeah, really wants to avoid sure. I think it's roughly the same. I think it's still about a minute 40.
Looking good and got full energy now. Gotta be careful on that ammo, not that it really matters because you got charged plasma. You still need 18 projectiles to break Mother Brain's tank. Ooh,
Okay.
that'll do it. Good final drops there.
18.9 is minimum. So yeah, he's got one super's worth of leeway. Not great, but it's better than less than that. Okay, so it's like a minute 32 as of the elevator. All right. Pops gets through the baby skip here. PvP is moving here. And yeah, the PvP with these 5 extra missiles can actually be far more aggressive here than Pop was able to with her supers. And so yeah, it's still not going to make up enough time to like
No.
realistically bring this back, but like it is definitely like that there is a phantom benefit to 25 missiles that people may not think about. Like you can time save. You can save time in ways that you wouldn't necessarily expect.
Like?
Like being able to just like not have to be so conscious about super drops in Metroid rooms and just like fly through. And be very aggressive with using your supers, whereas like we saw Pops was like very concerned about had to be very concerned about his supers.
Got it.
Oh,
Oh, got grabbed at the end. That's unfortunate. So this is PBB's pick, which means the categories we got left are RBO, North Korea percent, and 100%. If Schmo wins this, those 3 categories will be randomized. And the racers are going to have to play whatever is randomized.
oh, Pops didn't actually need to take damage there. Rainbow Beam checks if you are at 100 or below, not below 100. Fun fact.
Hey, excuse me.
But both runners are going to be in Mother Brain's room at the same time. That's always something we like to see.
It's always fun.
Alright, PB getting kind of bullied by that Zebetite there, but making it through. So, it's obviously not over until the runners are on the ship, but it is looking like we're going to see that game 3 here.
That is very true. I wouldn't mind seeing some RBO.
Oh no. PvB taking a double hit catch up there.
Unfortunate, that's it for PBB.
Yeah, it's like she has forfeited from the race with that, so
Yep.
we are just waiting for PapaSchmo to
PvP
finish out.
hasn't saved, so
Yeah, Mother Brain 3, and just needs to do the escape, and then we will be on to our third game.
yep. So for those of you that don't know, Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam has to hit Samus at least once for the cutscene to trigger, and with Varia's suit equipped, it's 300 damage. Without Varia's suit equipped, it's 600 damage. So if Samus gets below 300 energy, there's no way of surviving that Rainbow Beam. So this will be PapaSchmo tying 1-1. We can mark that as set, as PvP has forfeited. We'll wait till it's done here. We can all see the exit here. But this is mean we're forcing game number 3. Who's down for a little extra Super Metroid?
It'll be very exciting to see what we end up with next.
Yep, so GT Classic Race 1, any percent Race 2, low percent Ice was banned, Max GT Classic was banned, or Max GT Code was banned, whatever the category is. RBO, 100%, and North Korea percent are your final 3 categories to be chosen at random. I honestly wouldn't mind to see a little DPRK. Excuse me, DRPK.
DPRK. Dragon Fantoon Ridley Parade, Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Right. I had it right the first time. GG's to PapaSchmo. We're going to take another break, and we will be back with the randomized third and final race. What that is, do we have it? Do we know yet? Not yet. It has not been rolled. You'll just have to wait and find out after the break.
Stay tuned, girlies.